How are you? So it was a long time I was not making a Q&A video. It was almost a year, and I have decided today to make one because I think it's a good thing. After 1 year, lots of things happens. There are a lot of new happenings. The COVID is one of these, and this creates a lot of different things in terms of how people behave with the job, for example. And for us designers is the same thing. It's like you have to really learn how to perform, believe me, in a very different way compared to before, when we were always on sketching in teams, working on clays and working on models. Also at school, all students that are in DAD from remote is a different thing than being with your classmates and check what they're doing. So everybody had to really change a little bit their way of working. And this gives us an opportunity also to discover new things, make new experience, and learn new things. So now we have only 3 people connected. We just wait for a few more minutes. But just in case some of you already have a question, just go ahead. Let's start. I'm here. I'm here for you. So at the same time, this year of being more at home than the office gave me the opportunity also to gain more time, and therefore I could spend that extra time. When you don't go to, when you don't use your car to stay 1 hour to go and work and 1 hour to go back home, basically you gain 2 hours and even a little bit more. So the good thing is that I could put a little bit more time and efforts on this channel, going back with my live sketching sessions, which are very nice. And that led after also to organize some private type of online courses that if you are interested, then I can give you some extra info to know eventually how to participate, which is every Thursday. And now we have 6 people. So we already have people writing. Hi, Debasht. I read, okay? And then I'll give the answer. You are 24 years old, mechanical engineer, graduated, planning to go for master in transportation design, okay? Sounds logic. Could you please tell me a bit about entry portfolio requirements? That's a very nice question. Okay. Every time we have to go to a design school, especially if the design school is a good design school, okay, there are several today, so many, almost in every continent of this world, there are so many. But the best ones will always ask for an interview to understand if you have the attitudes, the skills, the creativity, and the real will, and you really deserve that place in that school. So in order to do that, there is an entry portfolio interview, which is done to evaluate your skills. And most of all, evaluate also how you really are engaged with the fact that you want to become a car designer. Because a lot of people in reality don't want to become real car designers. They are just fan of cars, of engines, of racing cars, or Porsche, or Ferraris. But when you ask them to design a very nice door handles, they don't care. A designer will care also to design a door handle, for example, for a car door. So the entry portfolio, dear Debash, it's very important. Of course, no school will think that you must be a top, hot, skilled, young man that goes there and shows a portfolio like Leonardo da Vinci, or like the top designers. We know that. The schools know that. They only want to understand your dedication, your passion, how strong is your passion, and if in your drawings, the way you know how to draw by yourself, because you never went to a school before, and of course, that's normal that your drawing probably a little bit crooked, okay? That's okay, no big deal. But they can see in your drawings not just the skills and the will of sketching and trying by yourself, but also a talent, because it's very important to understand that the talent is fundamental. If we don't have talent in terms of creativity, how do you think it is possible? You know, how do you think it is possible to let you in a design school that has to create and help to create and train potential, talented, young future designers? So the talent is very important. So your entry portfolio has to be based, okay, on sketches. The first thing I would put are sketches, because we really want to see your sketchbook. If you don't have a sketchbook, maybe you have lots of little pages with sketches, you know, that you did. Like, for example, I see on Facebook pages about car sketching, sketching like a pro and stuff like that. There are a lot of people that sketch, okay, and they post their sketches. Okay, those sketches are not bad to show that you really have the intention to become a car designer and that you really need that school to study to become a car designer. So those sketches. Now, once you did those sketches, you should add some color stuff if you have. So if you have other sketches in which you try to use markers, color pencils, you know, to try to make, I don't want to say reflections, but to show the car in 3D with some perspectives, you know, stuff with your colors, put those in also. Be very ordered, because when we talk about portfolio, it means that you have to be very careful also how you put all this together, okay? It's not just, hey, look, those are my sketches, you know. This is not what we like to see. I say we because I was 11 years in school as a teacher, and I was the one looking at the entry portfolio, so I remember. So if you come between quotes with a more professional attitude, that shows a lot, because it shows that you have really the mindset correct to say, I want to go in that school, I'm planning my future career, I want to become that type of professional. So this should be shown also via your entry portfolio organization. So you have to realize whether you give a CD, ROM, whether you have everything on USB key, whether you go with your iPad or your computer, or whether you just print everything, you just go with a very nice printed book, or at least I don't know, A3 size, in which you, like a photo album, you show all the sections of your entry portfolio, which are mainly 3 sections. We have the sketches, okay? Sketches of cars, of course, because you showing that you want to do a transportation design master or car design bachelor. Therefore, you have to show that. You have to show also several cars. Don't show just sports cars or nice sedans, you know, okay, or just LCV. What is very important is the variety of cars you try to explore by yourself. This means that you are open, you know, to be a designer one day that can manage any project. And that's very good, that's very promising, all right? Then after that section, you will have another section which will be some color sketches with more colors, okay? If you try to do some renderings, okay, put that in, that shows your effort, okay? Even if they are not perfect, because they are not perfect, you are not in school yet, but you show there the effort you put, okay? And then the last section should be, in my opinion, should be something extra, like art. Do you paint? Do you do oil painting or acrylic paint, like landscapes or people, you know? Put that in. Put that in. That's very important. Do you like to do products? Put that in, like extra stuff. Do you like to make models or nice photography because you have a passion for photography? But that's very nice. Put 3, 4, 5 photos that you made, that you consider to be the best ones you made, the best shots. Put that in, because this is fundamental in communicating that you are very versatile. You are not just car nuts and nothing else, you know. You are someone that has an open mind to creativity, to art, to talents, to curiosity, to try doing things. And that's very, very good. All right? So I hope, Debajit, I hope that I answered to your question. Now we have a second one from Pratik Shavan. Your views on keeping our work private or public, as we have seen many people work hidden. As a student, what do we should do? Should keep our work private? Ah, Pratik, you are talking about strategy. This is a student strategy. That's very nice because I went through that too, you know. But let me tell you something. In the beginning, in school, at my time, we had 3 full years with no vacation. So it was like 4 years. Okay. The first 2 years, there is no secrecy. I mean, you learn. The first 2 years, you get all the basics of the drawings, modeling, you know, conceiving a project, doing some products, doing some artwork, doing some graphics, all that stuff that helps you to build your skills level. So, in the first 2 years, no tactic, no strategy. Just do your homework, work your ass off as much as you can, and just be concentrated that you want to be the best one in that class, even if you will not become. But if you push your mind, your mental, all right, to say that I want to be the best one, work very hard, and during those 2 years, learn as much as you can and improve as much as you can your skills. Then you go to the last year of a bachelor, okay, or the last 6 months of a master. I don't know how it works a master because I never taught to a master. And then, of course, you will have some sponsor projects because the best schools have always sponsors, you know, car companies or product companies. So there it becomes a little bit tricky because you want to make sure that what you design is not copied by your classmate, okay, next door. So in that case, I would suggest, of course, probably to hide some of your drawings and or maybe, I don't know how it works with your school or with your teachers, but maybe trying to be probably closer to your teacher to have a feedback one by one and not to show everything and make the surprise effect on the presentation day where you will for sure you will have your renderings of your real design, okay, so that you can keep yourself different and preserve your ideas compared to others. But in general, in school, it's hard that people just copy. It's so evident. So I would not be obsessed with that, all right? Good. So Debajit wrote again. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate. Okay, it's my pleasure. Yes, if you follow what I said, you will have 3 sections. First of all, select, okay? Make a big selection. You cannot present 100 drawings or stuff. It's impossible. But if you do like 30 sketches, you know, 10, 15 color stuff, and 10, 15 extra stuff, you have already some really nice content, good stack of stuff to show the passion, and eventually in another file, you know, cardboard aside, you can bring some other original stuff that you will show only if someone during this interview will ask you for more. All right? Good. So, anyone else? Any other question? So 10 people. We are 10. That's okay. That's nice. Usually when I make my live on Tuesday, we are around 30. But in reality, there are people that go on and off from the live. You know, they see a part and then they go away. And the new comes. So in total, I checked, we had almost 100 people connected, which is very nice. Ari Hutton. Hi, Ari. Thank you for the video. You're welcome. That's my pleasure. Currently doing 1-year course in car design. All right, what would be your recommendation in digital sketching tablets? Bigger is better, or is the resolution a priority? Okay, for that question, you are asking to the wrong person, because as you know, or probably you don't know, I like, especially at the beginning of the car design experience, so the first year and a half, not to use any digital media. Because here on this channel, where I try to teach and share the basics of drawings and how, with little done by freehand, how much you can learn and feel really, rather than a digital tablet. So if I were your teacher, I would say, stay away from the tablet and work a lot with your hands, freehand drawings. But if you really have to buy one, I know that the new Mac iPro tablet, it's a very good one with software for sketching. I know that one is really good. It's expensive, but it's really good. And Spencer Nugent, you will find him on YouTube, but also on Twitter, Facebook, who is a friend. He is using a lot to do his demos. He draws a lot freehand too. He's a product designer with a good car design capacity, being a car designer capacity. But he is using the new Apple, the latest Apple iPad Pro. Okay, so that's one. Then if we talk about professionals, like what we have in the office, our young designers, well, which are their working design stations? Well, you have a Cintiq. That's there is no doubt, but that's also very expensive. It's bigger, okay? You can move it, you can do lots of things. It's also your computer, it's everything. And that one is the real top, in my opinion, to be a serious professional designer. Okay, but you being in school, I would not spend 2 or 3,000 or 4,000 euros. I would spend a lot less, of course. All right, I hope I answered to your question. But work hard with your hands. Hand drawing is the most important thing. If you don't know how to master hand drawing, you will have a hard time on digital, very hard time on digital. That's for sure. Now we are 19. All right, that's cool. It's moving, it's getting hot. Patricio, ciao Patricio, I think I saw you on Instagram. Montoya. Hi sir, greetings from Florida. Wow, you're in Florida. So you are in USA. I was once in Fort Lauderdale, taking a very nice big boat to go to spend a small vacation in at Bahamas. And I was in Florida, in Fort Lauderdale. Beautiful Florida. For you, what's the most important quality that designer must have to be able to work on for a brand? Okay, Ari, just a second, Patricio. Ari Hatton, if you read the comment of Debajit, he's telling you iPad Pro 2020 for the tablet, okay? All right, so Patricio, so you're asking what is important. Well, first of all, let me tell you one thing. When you are a young designer, you're welcome. When you are a young designer, nobody's expecting you that you get into GM or your first day at Ford, that you knew exactly how you had to work for the Ford brand or the GM brand or whatever brand they are working for, because you are young. You don't have still all that experience. So you need some time to understand about brand design codes, okay? There are some elements in every car that tells you, hey, I am a Ford, hey, I am a Renault, hey, I am a Dacia, hey, I am a Fiat, or I am a General Motors Chevrolet, or that I am, I don't know, Hyundai, whatever brand. So this will come with the experience working with your new team, because you will have colleagues, and therefore you will start seeing how the senior designers, the most experienced one, will interpret a restyling or a new project when they sketch according to the new design strategy philosophy, because there is always a big boss that will decide that, and then little by little from the top down all those information will come down, and designers will of course start creating, thinking about that. So when you are young, you have to be very careful, very smart to catch those elements. And you can ask your colleagues. There is nothing bad. You ask your colleagues, they will tell you, they will help you. They will tell you, for example, front grill for this brand, you never do that. You should rather take this shape and evolve that shape, but don't use the other one. Stuff like that. And little by little, you will learn and you will get into that philosophy. And after months or a year, you will know exactly what you have to do in order to perform for a certain specific brand in terms of creativity. So I read some of your questions. We should get into a dream car comp. Bargav, dream car company. You should work very, very hard, get a super top, talented, creative, and well done portfolio, and you might have a chance. All right. Ciao, Carlos. Ciao. Method. Okay. Hello. What do you advise to do breakout when ideas look similar or not? Okay. I made a video about that, about creativity. If you see this channel, okay, there is a design talk which was not live, was just a recorded video of 1 week ago, in which I talk about creativity and how you can stimulate your creativity. Okay. So I suggest you, if you can go and check that video, so that you have exactly all the answers you're looking for. Naresh, many people say that they only hire a very small number of students. It's also very competitive. Students a year, how many would you actually get the job through? Is get something project for your quality work from? Okay, when submitting a project for a gun, the idea. Okay, I will answer to two questions. Okay, Carlos, that is asking what is most important between quantity, if I understand, quality. First of all, quality, content, creativity, talent. That's the most important. If you have the creative answer into a design that responds perfectly or very close to a project brief, well, you've done already 70% of your job. You can have lots of sketches, super well done, but if none of them answers to the brief, then why should they do and choose one of those sketches? Nobody will do it. It would be like a suicide. So, content, all right? Now, Naresh, many people say, about the competition and how many people. Okay, I'll tell you one thing, Naresh. Patricio, you're welcome. Naresh, when I went to school, I went to Art Center College of Design. You can see in the back my diploma from my bachelor, long time ago. That's the old format. It's almost 31 years ago. Okay, so when I went to the school, I was very excited because I was in the best school, probably the second or the first best, the first school in the world. At that time, there were not many schools, so there was Art Center, CCS, and a few others were very well known. And when I went to there and I had my first teacher, who was an excellent X4 designer, he said, first of all, today in this class you are 25. Remember that only probably 15 or less than 15 will finish the 3 years of school. And of those 15, probably within the first 6 months, only 3 people will get a job, a real job in a car design studio. You have to know that within 1 year, maybe 3 others will get a job. And maybe not exactly in a car design studio as a designer. Maybe in a product design studio, or maybe in a car design studio, but doing other parallel activities that are not exactly the creative activity that a designer makes during the day at work. And then after those 6 people, we are left still with 9 people, of which 3 will go to product design, any product design company, doing glasses, watches, shoes, whatever. Maybe someone, maybe two, or maybe one, will open its own business as a design freelancer because he didn't find the right job he needed, and then he decides, or she decides, to open her own agency, design agency. And then there will be 2 or 3 that will never find a job. So when I tell you that, you can understand how competitive is our profession. How competitive is this field? And I always say that to any student, in any live I make. When I make my design talks, I always say, are you in a school? Good. Now that you are in a school, don't think that you are only with 25 people in your class. Because while you are studying, there are over 20 design schools all over the world that are kind of important today. In each school, there is another class of 20 people or 30 people, because today, unfortunately, there are a lot of people that are doing the same thing as you. And I know that you are not happy, Vinay, but I have to be honest. But I'll tell you the positive aspect of this after. So when you go out and you graduate in April, in your country, in that town, there are 20 people coming out. In Torino, in Italy, there are 60 because there are IAD and IAD school, there are 2. In Milano, in Italy, there is SPD and there are other 30 or 20. In CCS in Detroit, there are other 20. In Art Center, I know that they double classes. So in Southern California, you have from Art Center at least 40 people. In China, there is a university in Shanghai that is doing the same thing. And they have other 20 maybe, or 10. And then I can tell you, in Umeå, in Sweden, there are other 10. So, what do I want to say with that? You are in a competitive field. In order to make sure that the money you invest in the school are the right money for your future, you have to be completely 200% motivated to give everything you can during those 3-4 years of school to get to your goal, which is your portfolio. That portfolio must be a knockout portfolio. You have to do during those 4 years all the projects, all the learning, everything you will do in school. You have to add extra work that you have to produce because you want to make sure that you will be the best. And then, even if at the end of school, okay, let's imagine, at the end of school, you will not be the best. With all that effort, you will be between those famous 3 or 4 people that will get the job. So, what is teaching this, this situation to all of us? For me, it was the same. Okay, I was coming from Italy where there is no competition in school. I went into a highly competitive school. I was completely, knocked out in the first weeks because I didn't understand. Everybody was so, all that stress, that pressure. But that's good because that's exactly what is pushing you to do better. You don't want to be worse than someone else. You don't want to be a mediocre good student that just made his homework and then he can go and play with the kids or play with the friends or think only about the girlfriend. You won't do that. You will be dedicated 100% all weekends and sometimes also all nights, as we did many times, because you have one objective. You have to be the best once you come out from that school, because your portfolio will stand out from the crowd. And any client, any sponsor, any company will see that portfolio. And they cannot deny that that portfolio has a very good quality. And you made it. So the question is, are you mentally, with your talent, with your skills, with your engagement, with your will, are you mentally ready to do all that? Because it's also sacrifice. I think you must, unless it's better you do something else. All right? I hope I answered to your question. And as you can see at the end of my storytelling, it's positive. It's very positive. Okay? So don't take it bad. Hello, compiling my portfolio for MFA at Umea. Any last minute tips? Umea, yeah, I know very well Umea. This is Manpreet. Betty. Okay, Manpreet. Yeah, Umea is a very good school. I went there several times as a member of jury for the final exam, and twice I went there for a conference talking about design management and design project management. Very nice place too. You will love it. Okay, no, as I said before, the same things I said also for our first question from the budget. Okay, it's you gotta work hard. You have to put a well set portfolio. As I said, the 3 sections, sketches, work freehand. Okay, I mean, try to do as much as you can freehand, well done stuff. Then you have a color stuff, and then you have a section with the extra stuff that can be other things other than cars. You can do products, paintings, photography, graphics, whatever you want. You want to show, as I said before, that you are versatile, okay? That you are open-minded and that you know how to work with your hands to draw. Because you know, designers, so the first thing they have to do, they have to draw. That's our communication. We work with that. And before we go to a digital tablet or on a Cintiq computer, okay, which are, how can I say, the best to complete, you know, our way of expressing our art and our projects, you really have to know the basics. So you have to work very hard to make sure that your skills are improved. By the way, if you are interested, before you apply, we could have you could have a sketching section live, online, interactive with me, as I do every Thursday. There is a little cost, it's $5. Okay, I will explain to you how eventually to participate. It's 2 hours. I can check your stuff. I can give you live some good feedbacks and tell you what's wrong and what's right, and eventually help you to check your portfolio as you like. If you are interested, you answer me here. I will give you my private email. You write to my email and I'll explain to you how you get the link to be connected to Google Meet on Thursday and how to make the $5 payment. All right. Okay, I hope I answered to your question. Now, another one. Please give me approach and ask a professional for review my work. Okay, Vikas, to review your work, same thing as I said to Mr. Manpreet. I can review your work, give you a technical critique. I can do it really well. If you want, we can organize this on Google Meet. And but there is a small cost. I'm sorry, I cannot do everything for free. All this channel is free. Okay. All right, so it's about a donation. You can make a donation. There is a minimum of $5, And if you are interested, we can talk about it and we can organize that. Okay, I'll be very happy to help you out. Okay, Patricio, master, I sent a master. I'm not a master. I'm just a normal human being. I sent a message to your Gmail. No, Gmail. No, I don't use Gmail. No Gmail. You have to go to. I read my email here. Okay, guys. Look, if you are interested for the sketching session or for portfolio review with a very detailed feedback from me, write to my email, which is this one. And I explain to you how we can do it. Okay? It's simple. Okay, you have the email. Check. I put my email. You have to write to me to that one. The other ones I never check. I don't even remember the passwords. Okay? Because I am organizing another day which is related only exclusively to portfolio reviews, okay, for people that have to apply for school, for people that want to make their portfolio interview for a client or stuff like that. I can give you a help, no problem. Okay, good. I think I have Patricio, I think I got your email. I saw the the notification on my camera, on my telephone. Okay, Luciano, just a question about taste. Okay, what do you think about the new Regular Clio 5 compared with the Clio 4? But the Clio 5, I think it's much better. It's a beautiful. I mean, they're all beautiful, but the last one, it's really the best one that Renault designed and my colleagues made. It's really an excellent exercise in terms of exterior design and most of all interior design. I mean, you see how much improvement we made. It's a sort of a small revolution. The interior is really nice, really nice, and also all the UX UI techno. It's updated. I mean, you guys, the Clio 5 is beautiful. I think it's beautiful and sexy. No, it's okay, Patricio. It's fine. Don't worry. I will after the link, after this live later on. I will answer to you. I will answer to all the emails I will receive. No problem. In Irish, no problem. My pleasure. No problem. JK, with pleasure. Luciano, is it better 3 years transportation university or master? Jojo, grande. What a beautiful question. I love it. Bravo, Jojo. Jojo that has the name like my son, Jojo. Okay. It is clear. I made a video about this, but I don't want you to go and find it. In that video, I explain lots of things, and you will have fun the way I made also the video. But anyway, when you go to a bachelor, 3 years, okay, like the one I did, you will have 1 year to really learn the skills, the techniques, about everything, from drawings to modeling. You know, you will start really from the basics. And that year is fundamental. For me, has been very important, because when I went to school, it was so competitive that without that base, that knowledge and that exercise that last 1 year, I would never be able to draw the way I draw today. Because that part, when you are young, it's very important, because it gets into your brain, it goes through your hand, your arm and hand, and it doesn't go away. Because you are young. Your brain is, it's like, you know, it's a spongy. So it's taking everything. When you are older, like for example my age, it's more complicated. So if you are young and you are thinking, I go to take a master, I know that it might sound easier, less expensive. And you say, yeah, but already did 5 years in engineering or architecture. But you did not sketch and draw the way I intended. And the way the good designers do. Hey, ciao Michael from Dubai. I have a very good friend in Dubai. Beautiful Dubai. So what I'm saying is that if you choose Bachelor, you are sure 100% that you have 3 years between which, in the middle, you will be mature enough to make the experience of your internship. Because you will arrive after 1.5 years, almost 2, of sketching, making projects, making models, painting models, revising projects, a lot of stuff. After that 6 months or 4 months of internship, during those 4 months, you will learn a lot more because you are in a real design studio. So if you're a smart ass, you will learn and pick up lots of things. So when you go back to school to do your final year with the sponsor project and then prepare your thesis project and your final portfolio, you will have an incredible explosion of quality, talent, skills, and formamentis. So the 3 years, including 6 months or 4 months of internship, will give you, I would say, almost 4 years time during which you will be in a full immersion into this field. And this is the first thing. Now, let's imagine that you take the shortcut and you say, no. I did 5 years in engineering. I don't care. I just take 1 year. It's going to work. First of all, many masters today, they are 2 years because there is a prep program year. Why? Because they understood that if they didn't, for 1 year, make you exercise with sketching, what the hell do you do in 1 year? How can you do a project? If you don't even to know how to speak with your hands and your pencil. So this is already enough to make you understand the difference between the two. If you are telling me, yeah, but don't worry because I want to make a master just for my knowledge, but I do the job that I do and this will help me on my job to do more things. Okay, then in the case it's fine. But if you think that you take a master because after you become right away a designer with 1 year, this will never happen. It's so hard. I don't want to say never. Never say never. But it is so hard. Unless, on your own, you're already a star. That you don't need to go through the prep or the sketching and stuff because you already have it as a natural inner thing, like a miracle. Yeah, there are people that are so talented that they don't need to go to a painting school because they already do excellent paintings. They are marvelous artists. I mean, if you take the big artists of the past, probably not many of them went to school. But those are the exceptions. So the main difference between a bachelor 3 years, master 1 or 2 years is this one. Okay? I hope that I answered to your question. Okay, now let's talk about the age factor. I also made a beautiful, I say beautiful because a lot of people clicked that video. I made a video, it was a design talk, of course, where I explained that the age factor is fundamental. But what does it mean, age factor? What does it mean? You are 18 years old, okay? You go to Bachelor. You 21, 22 years old, you are ready to get into the market. Fine. 22, fine. You are at university, in the middle, architecture, engineering, I don't know, doctor, economy. And then you stop after second year of university, so you already have your 20 years. You say, Dad, Mom, I'm sorry. It's not what I want to do. I want to be a designer. Look at my sketches, look at my drawings. I want to become a designer, whether it's a product or car design, okay? If you take 20 years and you add 3 years of bachelor, 23, 24 of age, you're fine. In the middle of university, you can stop and change. I did it. I was in economy. I did 1 year and a half of economy university in my town. And then I stopped. And my father was very sad because I did that because I was supposed to take my father's business one day and I didn't. And then my life changed. And as soon as I got into art center, I just was full immersion like a religion, you know. So that's it. That's it. Now, if you finished university, engineering, okay, architecture, economy, you are a good sketcher, you want to change, you will be probably 25, 26 years old. Therefore, if you have to go to a bachelor, you get to 28, almost 30 years old. In a big company like mine, in global companies, it's very difficult that you get hired. And the reason is not only because you approach school at an age that it's a little bit old, 25 years, 26, to start learning car design. In terms of using your creativity is not the same when you were 21 or 20. So this is already the first thing of the age factor. The second thing, which is not less important, is that every company, when they hire people, they have, cages, according to experience. And those cages in those cages you have the people that work according to the experience, the time, the age, the bachelor they have, and the career they can make. So if here I have the cage of the junior designers, they are all 20, 22, 23. How can I put in there someone that is 28? It's not possible. I should put him in the other cage of those that are more expert designer. But you are not an expert designer. You have the age of an expert, but you have the level of someone that starts, or the first 2 years. It doesn't match. So already in the big company, it's a problem also for HR, personnel department. It's different for design at small design companies or for product design companies, small, because this personal department thing, it's less strong, okay? But that's why the age factor is important. So in that case, what people do a master, because they say, okay, I finished 24, 25, I make a master. I am 25, 26, I am still limit. It's true. 26 years, 25, you are limit. But it's okay. But you must have a very good portfolio. Because what it counts is not master or bachelor, it's the portfolio. So how competitive are you against somebody that did 3 years when you did only 1 or 1.5? You see? That's important to understand. That's why I always say, if you guys at 18 years old, 17 years old, you already know what you want to be, just go to that school. Don't go to another school to change again after and find a solution that is not the right solution, to give you all the tools to be prepared. Okay? I hope I answered your question, Jojo 44. Okay, good. Great, I'm happy. For the bachelor, I think that the best way is when you are 18 years old, when you finish high school, then you go to university, and therefore you go to car design or transportation design university. The age. Let's put another question. Okay, I add the question this time, and I will give myself the answer. Which one is the age limit for people to get hired as designers in a real car design studio? Okay, because that's the question. Now, the last guy that a little bit also, thanks to me, was hired with us a few years ago, it was 21. He turned 22 when he was already hired. But I see people that arrived at the age of 26, very, very rare 27 or 28, but very rare. But in general, those they already do 2 years, they already made 2 years somewhere else. But out of school, I would say until 25, it's fine. 26, 25. Okay? More than that, it's really difficult. Not impossible, but it is really difficult. Okay, anybody else? Now we are 26. Oh, I'm so happy. 26 people. Great. Any other question? Are all of you are students or just passionate? How many people are really students? Students that, of course, in your transportation design schools. And some of you, I know some of you that follow my live session on Mondays. But if some of you don't know, every Monday at 5 p.m. in France, 9:30 in India, okay? And 8 o'clock in the morning in California, because now I learned, I do a live session of sketching, okay? Okay, Vinay, that's very good. That's a very good answer. Good boy. Okay, Sherias, very good. All right. Sherias, have you got already admitted to the school? Tuesday, yeah, Deja Bit. Yes, Tuesday, not Monday. Every Tuesday, we do the sketching live together. Live from here. Okay, good, good. Barka, have you tried to, do you try to sketch sometimes? In Graz, okay. F. Ash, Oliver, this is in Austria, right, Oliver? Is it the school university in Austria? F. Ash. F. Ash. Okay, I read also the other one. With product design, industrial design graduate, is possible to enter a car company and become a designer? Okay, I will answer that. I will start my next year at the age of 23. It's fine, don't worry. Michael, it's fine. You are limited, but it's fine. Just go for it. Give your best. No, I will be applying to YAD. Okay, IAD and SPD as well as NEED India this year for 12. Okay, good, Sherias, very good. Retired at school 30 years ago. All right, JK, cool. Yeah, Austria. But Oliver, there is a video in my channel when I was in your school giving a lecture to explain how I became a car designer, because Tealdi invited me and I met your the dean of your school who went to Art Center too. You will find in my old videos. So you will see in the big room with the big green blackboard. I was talking from there, from that room. Beautiful school, huh? I liked it a lot. Okay, okay, good, Bargat. Follow my videos and exercise. Don't worry. Master in product design, doing master thesis in transportation design field with the manufacturer RVs. Okay, okay, method. That's very nice. It sounds like a very good program. If you already have a company that is already with you or on you, that's very good. Don't let them go. While trying to approach to a company for an internship, thus communicating through social media seems unprofessional. Yeah, Oliver, for sure. I was some years ago. I think 6 or 7 years ago. Anyway, I really liked the experience. And then I'm friend with Kiska Design. Sebastian Stassen is an ex-student of mine from Art Center Europe, and now since many years he's a design director at Kiska. And I met also Mr. Gerard at Kiska. Yeah, very nice people. I really loved it. Beautiful long weekend. Work and pleasure. Okay, how do you approach professionals? I made another video about this also, design talks, to explain that with social media you gotta be very careful, because you can be felt like someone that is really bothering people. It also happens with me. I made a video to tell you, stop bothering. In a way. I think you have covered all the past talks videos in this video. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but you know why? Because Bhargav, because the questions at the end are they are similar, and the people change, and not everybody check all my videos. It's normal. I am not Ronaldo that has 2 million followers with I don't know 200,000 people looking at my video. I wish, watching my videos every day. It's not. I'm very modest, but anyway. I think that how did I do? When I got my internship, I did it via my school, because the school had an office that would help students to get in contact with companies. So I went to that office, and after I sent my request via mail, because at that time we did not have internet, and I got one answer for an invitation. I went with my portfolio and I got the job as an intern. Okay. Today it's a little bit different, because today with technology a lot of people talk to a lot of people, and for you guys it's a little bit easier to be a follower of somebody or to get in contact with somebody. Now, naturally, when somebody is very important, it's more difficult, okay? Probably it's a little bit easier with me, but believe me, I don't answer to everybody. So I also, I am forced to pick up only few people to who I give an answer, because unless I would spend all my time in front of a computer, that's normal. So what do I suggest? You can do it several ways. The first one, to see via design schools or people that sponsor projects, you get in contact with real designers. If there is a way that via designer you can get in touch with the design manager. Okay? If you did already an internship and you would like to go back into that company to really work, it's easier because you already have all the contacts. Then another way could be that you, how can I say, go to, I mean, now we have COVID virus, but without COVID virus, a lot of people get into those designers' night when they graduate, they are close to be graduated, because the schools, organize the invitations between students and the real designers world during those designers parties after a show car, after a show, automotive show event, whether it's in Geneva, Frankfurt, Italy, Japan, Munich, Berlin, New York, Los Angeles. There are lots of in Tokyo. They are organized, and of course the schools are close to those places, so that's another way that with the excuse of talking and presenting each other's, then you might get a business card. Another way is to go to visit auto shows, okay, and of course be smart enough to go and talk to the design manager. We all know who they are. And ask with a lots of being humble for their business card. Don't go there with the portfolio. Hey, may I show you my book? Because that it won't work. But if you go there and you ask for the business card, giving yours, or even if you don't give yours because you're a student, that thing might work. We like people that are humble, that don't come in a disruptive way in your life, professional life. Okay, so this is something that you have to keep in mind. If you apply too much pressure, you get the opposite results. You have a bad reaction, negative reaction. If you are able to manage, little by little, the trust between you and this person, then will come the right time when you can ask something more in a private message on LinkedIn and stuff like that. That's possible, but you cannot do it straightforward because that will be 99% of the cases is a reject. Okay, it's refused. All right. I hope I answer back. I answer to your question. I think you are called. Okay, down it was hard work. Okay, 21 years old, Bargav, and go to IAD or to Bachelor. It's perfect. It's perfect. Just don't worry. It sounds good to me. Not everybody starts 18. There are people that take also 1 year off. I know them. So it's fine. Don't worry. No big deal. Yeah, car show. Yeah, yes, Michael Venk. I meant those events, auto shows and stuff like that. JK, I once participated in a car design competition. Car design competitions are very good also. I forgot to say that. Thanks, JK. For the German magazine Automotor und Sport. Yes, my Porsche 911 did not appear in the magazine, but was good enough for the exhibition. Maybe a tip. Once I participated to a design contest for the Lamborghini for Chrysler. I was in America, and I made my Lamborghini. I've got where is it? I had it here. Well, I don't have it anymore. Not here. I think I have it in my portfolio, in my documents. I received a certificate like this one, okay, that said that you did not win, but you were between the first 10 people selected. Okay, it was fun for me. It was my first time I participated. I was kind of happy, and I still keep this certificate. I think one day I will put it with in the back of my shoulders, okay, back of myself, to show it. Now, what tip can I give you to explain why you did not win the first place? In general, when we don't get the first place, and this happens to me also, it's because there is someone else that's better than us. That's all. And besides, I did not see yours, JK, so I don't know what to say. I should have at least seen yours and then explain to you eventually. But be happy. Yeah, you just wrote it. You were happy. You had to be happy because the worst thing was if nothing would have happened. But you did have a part, of merit on the artwork you produced. So that's good. That's very good. Okay, guys. I think that we said it all for today. It's 1 hour 04 minutes that we are together. I tell you again, if you want to participate to my live session on Tuesday, that's for free. You just go for the stream, okay? Be there, and I will be very happy. I will be very happy to have you with me, okay? If you are interested in sending a donation or a tip or a coffee or a beer for me, this is the link. I send it to you. It is up to you. I don't put any, I don't tell you how much. You do whatever you want, okay? So, and I thank you in advance. And if you instead would like my professional, how can I say, advices, activities, or training for sketching or for your portfolio stuff, then as I said, write to my email. There is a little fee, of course, but I will explain to you how to do, and I'll do my best to help you, okay? Stay tuned on this channel. If you are not subscribe to this channel. Once this video will be on live next in 24 hours, so I think tomorrow. If you want to share it, or if you want to share this link, I will be very, very happy, so that we will have more people that will be watching and be part of this growing community. Okay? Thank you. Thank you very much. I thank you, and I see you next Tuesday. Ciao. Have a very good weekend. And thanks for being with me. Ciao.